right, here we go. Back on the action today, guys. I want to talk about, well, we're going to be talking about our watch list. And also, through the watch list, we're going to give you a market, overview. That's the show today, watch list and market overview. The fact of the matter is, even though we're heavy right now in 4 active positions, we still have 4 trading opportunities that we want to follow up with because there are the next candidates for us activating a new position. We're talking about 4 assets, the Cardano, the Dogecoin, the Ripple, and the Solana. We're bullish on the market. The market seems to be on the move, and looks like we got some real nice upside potential in the pipeline. Now, with the Cardano, the trigger level, we're talking about, again, pending trading opportunities, right? So there's a trigger for us that needs to get triggered if we want to get into position. With the case of the Cardano, we're talking about 37.63. The Dogecoin 14.26 is the trigger. Here, we think price action may actually be breaking out right now as we speak. We're going to check that out soon. Ripple 54.71 and Solana 171.11. Now let's check out the chart and see how that corroborates with the actual movement on a real life chart. And I want to start with the Ripple. Like I said, the Ripple, the trigger level is 54.71. Take a look at this. The upside potential is really impressive because the next big resistance key level is 68.62. So, that represents right off the top of my head, it looks like a solid, 25% of potential return, maybe even 30. But 54.71 is heavy, right? It's a heavy resistance. We've seen what happened last week. Price action completely pulled back off that attempt to break through. Nevertheless, I think price action will be successful. Looking at this from the daily perspective, you can clearly see the battle that's going down right now between price action and that 54.71 level. Once it starts to cross over and base itself above that area, that's going to be our trigger to get in. All right. We also mentioned Dogecoin, and I actually said about the Dogecoin that it seems to have a breakout happening, not verified yet. But yeah, definitely a breakout happening right now as we speak, and we're talking about the level of 14.26. That's been very resilient up until now, I want to say, right? Because you see, we saw what happened last week. Price action came with a lot of force, but that positive momentum was broken by that 14.26 level. And same goes with mid-July, when price action also was advancing with a lot of momentum just to hit that 14.26 and turn around completely right from that point. I think price action is breaking through though right now this week. A validation to that breakout we'll get with the weekly close confirmation. We haven't got that yet. Obviously, this is the beginning of the week. And we still have quite a few days to go. But once we secure that breakout, that's going to be the trigger for us. Obviously, we're going to take a look at that from the daily perspective as well. Take a look at the last couple of days. Right? Pull back. And the second pullback yesterday. So obviously 14.26 is a tough one. But I think price action is on its way to crack it open. We'll have to obviously follow up and come back to this. We might pull the trigger on this one first. This might really be the next one in line as far as the next candidate, because the breakout's actually happening right now. Next one is Solana. Solana is about to hit an obstacle. 171.11 also happens to be our trigger level, right? So if price action makes it above and cross over that level, that's going to be our trigger to jump in and chase 2 resistance levels. We're talking about 187.80. That one proved itself to be a big one. Not right in late July, price action was there, trying to penetrate. Eventually, completely turned around to a full-fledged downside reversal. But I think price action is heading towards that area, and potentially this time is going to be successful breaking through and keep marching forward towards the major previous high from March, where price action was trading at almost 210. Right? So there's a lot of upside potential at this point, but again, that obstacle 171.11 has to be price action has to overcome that obstacle before we commit to a new bullish campaign. So this is the third one. The fourth one and the last is the Cardano. Also one of my favorites, to be honest. The way it broke above 34.96 here is already a good sign that we're on the right track upwards. The upside potential is 42.31 and eventually 46. However, there's an obstacle not too far ahead, 37.63. That's a local resistance key level that we prefer be broken. Price action base itself above that area before we jump into position, right? Because the potential for price action to turn around again, because it's trading sideways in a fairly narrow fashion ever since early October. So there's a chance we might have another leg on the downside before price action really breaking out. So we have to make sure, we have to secure a local breakout of 37.63 before we pull the trigger and activate a bullish campaign, like I said, all the way up to 42.31 and potentially even higher than that. Right? So as far as overview goes, we're bullish on the market, right? We expect more of this upside move, or more of this bull cycle to kick into higher gear, to be honest. And also those pending trading opportunities that we look at potentially to activate as new positions in the very near future. All right, guys, that's pretty much it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. We're going to see you next time. Have a lovely trading day. Take care.